Hello everyone, in this video we'll be talking about enzyme kinetics part 2. In our enzyme kinetics part 1 we have discussed about the Michaelis-Menten constant and the effect of substrate concentration on rate of reaction of the enzyme, right? So how to derive Michaelis-Menten constant, that also we have discussed. So today, in this video we'll be talking about Leen-Weaver-Burk plot. Okay, Leen-Weaver-Burk plot. So which is a double reciprocal plot. Okay, and what is the speciality of this Leen-Weaver-Burk plot? That is, it is a reciprocal of Michaelis-Menten constant. Okay, it is a reciprocal of Michaelis-Menten constant, and you can easily derive the equation to plot this Leen-Weaver-Burk plot. You need a equation to derive it from the Michaelis-Menten constant. Okay, that reaction is like as we have discussed previous, like this is Michaelis-Menten constants Vi, V maximum, that means velocity of the reaction has to be maximum, into substrate concentration divided by Km, like where substrate concentration, which half of the velocity is maximum, okay, and plus substrate concentration, right? So you have to reciprocate this value, get this Leen-Weaver-Burk plot equation. Okay, so here 1 by Vi, okay, and again to make out the things like Km plus substrate concentration and Vmax S. Okay, Vmax S. From this again you have to say Km divided by Vmax S plus substrate concentration Vmax S. Okay, so you have to cancellate this substrate concentration. Okay, then what you will be getting? You will be getting like 1 by Vi is equal to Km by Vmax into 1 by S plus 1 by Vmax. So this is the equation for the Leen-Weaver-Burk plot. This is the Leen-Weaver-Burk plot or double reciprocal plot. This is like reciprocal of Michaelis-Menten constant equation. So you can make out here. So what is the advantage of this Leen-Weaver-Burk plot? See, with the Michaelis-Menten constant or with the substrate concentration graph, it is not always possible to assess the Vmax, maximum velocity of the enzyme reaction. So it is not always possible with all the enzymes. Okay, for that another disadvantage of that Michaelis-Menten equation is it required lot of substrate to reach the maximum velocity of the reaction of the enzyme, and it is not possible at all. It is a time taking also. So to minimize these pros and cons, so there is alternative Leen-Weaver-Burk plot with the half concentration itself, half concentration of substrate itself, we can easily make out the maximum velocity. Okay, the advantage of Leen-Weaver-Burk plot is you can easily calculate Vmax instead of spending higher concentration of substrate in the graph. So as we mentioned earlier, this plot is reciprocal of Michaelis-Menten constant, okay, Michaelis-Menten equation, and it is like stretching, like as we said, the equation Km by Vmax into 1 by substrate plus 1 by Vmax, right? You can see here. So I have plotted two graphs, I mean like one for Michaelis-Menten equation in our previous video, and here I'll be plotting one more graph. So here you can see the y-axis and the x-axis. Like Michaelis-Menten equation, the graph, it is hyperbola, but Leen-Weaver-Burk plot is a linear one. So for our convenience, instead of taking it to hyperbola, we have stretched it and make it to linear. So here you see here, with the increase of substrate concentration, there is an increase in the rate of reaction. Okay, and further increase of substrate concentration, instead of taking it to further, I have stressed it to backside. Okay, I have pulled it to backside, and there is an interception of the linear line at y-axis, that is half maximum, and still if you increase the further concentration, pulling the line back of the, like below the y-axis, intercepting y-axis and reaching to the x-axis, it will be reaching to the minus 1 km, 1 km. Okay, so these are the special parameters for Lineweaver-Burke plot. Okay, so what happens now, here itself we can make out with the slope km divided by Vmax, you will be calculating the Vmax, and this is totally different with the different enzyme inhibitors. Okay, so what is the advantage? One is to calculate the Vmax. Okay, because in case of Michaelis-Menten equation, it is a time taking and it is also requiring higher concentration of substrate. Okay, it's a time also, it's a time taking one. And in case of Lineweaver-Burke plot, it is not at all no need of requirement of higher substrate concentration, and it is a less duration of time is also less. But again, to study the effects of various inhibitors, okay, in our next videos we'll be discussing about enzyme inhibition. There we'll see how this Lineweaver-Burke plot will be useful in assessing the action of different inhibitors over the enzymes. So the main advantage of Lineweaver-Burke plot is to study the enzyme inhibition, because different inhibitors has got different values of Lineweaver-Burke plot. Okay, so that's all about Lineweaver-Burke plot or double reciprocal plot. Thanks for listening. Thank you.